Hi everybody, Paul here from Hill Country Rings. Today we're going to be making a ring out of a wood that I really like working on, but I haven't had any orders for in a while. It's Bethlehem olive wood. This stuff is beautiful. It makes a beautiful ring, and this is from Bethlehem. It's certified and got the CO and all that. But come on the shop. Let's get started. All right, we're going to be making a ring on a titanium core, and it's Bethlehem olive wood, and this stuff is from Bethlehem, and it's got its CO and all that. It's cut responsibly. It's basically trimmings off of large trees. They don't cut down the trees. This is basically from whenever they're trimming the trees. And as you can see, it has just a beautiful pattern. The grain on this stuff is just so gorgeous, and it makes a great looking ring. So we're going to go ahead and take this piece. I'm going to cut a piece off of it on the bandsaw. Then we're going to flatten it down on the lathe, bore it out to the size for this ring, and mount that. So let's get started. Oh, and one other thing that's really cool about this ring, this wood, is when you cut it or work it, it smells like olives. It kind of makes me hungry for pizza. Alright, the outer dimensions of this ring is 22.38 millimeters, so I've chucked up a 22 millimeter Forstner bit and my Jacob's chuck, and we're going to use that to bore out the wood. We're just a little bit shy of that ring fitting, so we're going to go ahead and just do a little bit of sanding on the inside of that. Oh, that's perfect. Now this wood is just a little too thick, so we set our calipers down to 6.13 millimeter. And we're going to turn him down till he's about that thickness. Again, that little piece that sticks out, we've got that this exact same as what's on our calipers. That should do it. All right, so let's go ahead and get my test fit, and let me tell you, this is just about right on the money. So I hate to break it to you, we might not have much hand sanding in this video because this is the right thickness. I mean, I don't think I could have got any better. So let's go ahead and clean them up with denatured alcohol. We'll clean up the wood and the ring, and then we'll use our two-part epoxy, and we'll put the epoxy in the wood first. Of course, that makes it kind of suck into the wood and get a better hold, and then we'll put some on the ring, and then we'll bond the two together. So let's go ahead and do that. just let him dry, and then we'll come back and put him on the lathe. So it's a couple hours later, and the epoxy's all nice and set. So let's go ahead and cut this guy off, sort of roundish on the bandsaw. Get him close. We'll probably do a little hand sanding, and then we'll get him on the lathe. Alright, what would a video be without a little hand sanding? So let's just go ahead and do a little bit to get him nice and flush. Well, that didn't take too long at all. Just a little bit of hand sanding, and nice and flush on both sides, and ready to go onto the lathe. So we'll cut him down to size. Then we'll go ahead and get him put on the finish, and then bring him over and do some final sanding and the polishing. You'll be ready to go. Before we put it on the finisher to get the finishing, just want to show you that grain, how beautiful that grain is going to be. This makes just a gorgeous ring. Well, here's that ring ready to go out. Bethlehem OliveWood just makes a beautiful ring, as you can see. That just gorgeous. I will say that this is a 6mm ring, which is what the customer wanted. Here's an 8mm ring for comparison, one I'd made before, just to show how much, I just love how much the grain this wood has and just how beautiful it makes a ring. If you'd like a ring made from Bethlehem olive wood, hill country mesquite, from the deck of a battleship, from the wood from an M1 Garand, or from an MLB baseball bat, please let me know. Check out my website. It's hillcountryrings.com. Love to work with you, and I'd love to make a ring for you. Thanks, everybody.